Money work. Es un bote de dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Me quiero educar. Dormir en algún lugar. Y no vuelvo a trabajar. Es que no hay cuento.
Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I wrote a
Money work. Es un bote de dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Me quiero educar. Dormir en algún lugar. Y no vuelvo a trabajar. Es que no hay cuento.
Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I wrote
Money work. Es un bote de dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Me quiero educar. Dormir en algún lugar. Y no vuelvo a trabajar. Es que no hay cuento.
Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I wrote
Money work. Es un bote de dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Me quiero educar. Dormir en algún lugar. Y no vuelvo a trabajar. Es que no hay cuento.
Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I
Money work. Es un bote de dinero.
Yeah, I know.
What's good, Vikings in the building? Welcome to another Freestyle Sunday. Very excited to be on tonight. I know it was a little bit late, but you guys know the deal. I don't like not to have a show on Sundays, and it's important to me that I come through, show some love, put on a decent show. Let me move my mic. Everything is running late, but you know your boys. I'm not one to throw in the towel, you know what I mean? I'm here for the long haul, you know what I mean? Good show all day, every day. But first off, just want to say a big thank you to everybody that's tuned in and everybody that's coming through. Right now, we're showing 8 people that's tuned in. Of course, tend to grow as we go through the night. Make sure you're hitting that thumbs up, guys. You have no idea how much we went through to kind of get here and make this happen tonight. Make it worth the while. 9 people tuned in. Please smash the thumbs up. Help with the algorithm. You guys know the deal, man. Big time, man. We also have to say a big shout out to the good folks here at Motivation USA. You guys know the deal. They are a proud sponsor of the channel, and these guys take extremely good care of me and you guys, I would say, because they give the best price, the best deals when we're talking about parts and accessories, and they've been a crucial part of this channel from the jump. And of course, you guys know the deal. That's going to be your boys at motivationusa.com. All right. If you're looking for any parts and accessories for your bike, I'm going to kind of show you guys how it goes here. You're going to, of course, select your bike. You're going to do the good old Ducati. Let's find your make and model, boys. Keep scrolling here. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's still here. There you go. Select your bike. You select your year. And again, you do 2022 here. Hit search. From there, it basically populates anything and everything that's available for your bike, and you can go into further details about what you're looking for, whatever it may be for your bike. And then from there, you're pretty much shopping for anything that's available for this bike at the moment. Carbon fiber, clear clutch cover, clutch and brake sliders, whatever, even freaking wheels, guys. So big shout out if you're looking for any of these parts or any of these components. The link's always in the description. You guys know the deal. Hit us up. It's pretty much beneficial, I'd say, to us here in the channel and Motivation as well. And always appreciate it. But let's do what we do best, guys. Say what's up to everyone that's tuned in, because we appreciate every single person that's here. By the way, shout out to everybody that hit the thumbs up. There's still a few of you that's left playing around. I don't know what's the deal. Maybe because we're charging for these thumbs ups. Is that what's happening right now? It's costing money to actually hit the thumbs up. That's what's happening. That's why we can't hit that button. It's like this. Just like that. Simple as possible, guys. Very simple show tonight, guys. Nothing too crazy. No crazy special guests. But we're going to be running this live Q&A. So anything you want to ask, anything you want to throw out, you want to have a conversation about, let me know, and we're going to dive into it and kind of talk about it. But there was something that came to mind that I really wanted to talk about. I thought it was a very interesting thing. I tend to waste a lot of time on Instagram, and I'm sure you guys do as well. And I kind of hate myself for it. I saw a clip that I thought was super interesting. All right, super interesting. And I'm like, damn, that'll make a great conversation. I think it might have made a better conversation with someone else, but I thought of it too late. So I'm like, nope, I'm just going to come on here and make a live conversation between all of us here. But we're going to backtrack to that. Don't get too excited. Let's say what's up to everyone first before going into it. We have Solo Rider in the building. What's up, my good sir? Always appreciate you coming through, saying what's up and showing love. Wifey's in the building. Of course. Always got to have that support. Governor D. Nice is in the building. All good, Mrs. Banana. You know, so funny, I'm reading this. All good, Mrs. Anna B. In my head, I'm like, all good, Mrs. Banana Boat, because I call her Banana Boat all the time. Hopefully I am saying your name right. One of these days, you're going to have to come through and have a conversation with me on the stream, just to kind of chat. Hopefully I am pronouncing your username correctly. Hey, guys. How's everyone? I'm doing a jock in the box. What's good, everyone? Get ready for a great stream. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, man. Hopefully it is one, but always appreciate the positivity and encouragement. And I think to some degree I've hit some parts where I'm like, should I continue doing this? Even now, at what I've achieved till this very day through YouTube and other social media platforms, some of the work that I produce, I still get a little small inclination like, should I continue doing this or should I not? So, believe it or not, some small words like this definitely goes a very long way. Futuristic Viper. Two-wheel Twansy is in the building. Twansy. Oh my God, my wife's probably going to choke me out. These usernames, man. I'm complaining about usernames. And the funny thing is, I think mine is pretty weird too, to the point I had to change my username about 3 times. clutchfirstny, clutchfirst1st, which confuses the hell out of people. So I fall in that category, believe it or not. Sup, bro? Dborn6323. What's good, man? Appreciate you coming through, saying what's up. Let's see what else we got here. Sunday, my man. Oh, thank you guys. I really appreciate it, to be honest. Because, like I said, you guys have no idea how close I come to sometimes to like, I don't know if I'm going to do it because, you know what, it's just a lot. So, really, really cool to always have some positive reinforcement. To be honest, you guys are feeding me in most cases regarding even doing content. I had a whole idea of like, oh, I'm going to produce videos from December 1st all the way through the end of December. To be honest, here's the deal, man. This was more of a plot to make money off YouTube. And because, of course, you get more money during December, and then the more you upload, the more frequency and the more money you make. And I'm like, I'm going to crush it. I'm just going to upload every single video. And to my dismay, we're up to the 5th of December. I haven't really uploaded anything, but I have been producing a lot of content, shooting a lot of stuff in the garage, editing a lot of videos down to motivation, which we will drop another carbon fiber piece this week, hopefully Tuesday. So I'm doing a lot of that stuff, and I still have a ton more stuff that's going to be uploaded. And I thought to myself, you know what, forget about the whole money aspect. Just drop the body of work when it's ready or when you're ready, kind of thing. And that's my whole feel about it. So, but I want to share this news, by the way. I know a lot of you guys are just joining on YouTube and you're doing shorts, and I know YouTube does not pay for shorts. So I do stay in the know. By the way, it's your business to know what's going on YouTube if you're doing motovlogging, whatever kind of content you're doing. So just a quick heads up, news is out. YouTube will be paying for these shorts starting mid-January. Mid-January to February. So you're going to start seeing a check for those shorts. I don't know what's the ratio of payment yet, but I'm sure they're going to be competing with the likes of TikTok and Instagram Reels. So I'm sure they want to kind of incentivize you guys getting paid. Who knows if it's going to be more than the CPM that we get paid on full videos. But heads up. So if you guys are producing content, shorts and stuff, you will be getting a check from YouTube. So just wanted to share that because you should be in the know as to what's going on. Hey, the name makes everyone unique. I agree. By the way, another gem that happened this week. Your boy finally locked down a PlayStation 5. Yeah, I know. Super excited, but here's the caveat of that. I haven't even opened the box. I've been so busy with work, producing, working in the garage. It's been sitting in the living room for a little bit, and I haven't even opened it. I haven't even gotten any games for it yet. Hopefully, if I'm free Tuesday or sometime this week, maybe I'll get a chance to open it up. But what's happening is that now I feel like I need to buy a new TV too, which is kind of weird. So hopefully I curb that enthusiasm and just stick with the PS5. Very excited, and hopefully I get that open sometime this week. And I don't know. Hopefully I get a little bit of time. I'm excited, but I just don't have the time to get to it. So cool. Let's see what else here. Agree. Tool Twins you mentioned here. Then I agree. He's agreeing with Nizoni about the name making unique. Well, of course, always gonna have someone's back. Not mine though. Oh man, really, really dope. So here's the thing that I was looking at, and I thought it would make a great conversation. So we'll kind of be bouncing back and forth if you guys want to throw in information. Congratulations on the PS5. I'm still rocking the 4 and the Switch. I have the Switch and the 4 as well. By the way, I was considering either bashing my foreign or trashing it, but that was kind of dumb. It still works, and nothing wrong with it. I'm like, man, it's kind of stupid. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Maybe I'll just dump it in my attic or something like that. If you got a PS subscription, you'll be able to get some games for free. I do have a PS subscription, but usually if I get a new console, I want to get like the latest stuff so I could really bask in the glory of all that UHD 5K goodness, whatever. So who knows? In time, no real rush really. And the weird thing is, by the way, I almost didn't buy the game. Okay, so near my home there's a GameStop, right? And we did like in-house date. Usually we go out for dinner or whatever. Friday we did like an in-house date. We ordered a bunch of food, just everything, which is kind of like weird. Way more food than we eat. And I was picking it up from the restaurant because we wanted to like, hang out inside the house and have all the food like a restaurant, like a date night in home, but comfortable with like cozy clothes or whatever. I walked past GameStop. They're like, PS5 available, as many quantities that we have or whatever. Just come through. I walk into the thing. I'm like, I'm already putting my card out. I'm like, let me get one of those PS5s. The guy's like, oh, we're all out. I'm like, I got a little tight about it. I'm like, you should take that sign down outside because I actually walked in here because I thought I was going to get PS5. He was like, no. We're not trying to mislead people or whatever it may be. We get shipments every day, by the way, every day. I'm like, this guy messing around. So he was like, tomorrow UPS is going to deliver a new shipment. I'm like, I don't know about that. They don't deliver on the weekends. He was like, no, they're going to drop it off. So 10 in the morning, I call GameStop. Hey, do you guys have a PS5 in stock? Whatever. The guy told me he was going to have it. He was like, no, we don't have any. But, of course, I was super enthusiastic about it. The guy had told me to call it 1. I called it 10. I know, a little thirsty. And Anna's like, oh, I want to go shopping, whatever. So I took her out shopping. On our way back home, I'm like, let me just pass there and see if they have it. Pulled up, walked in there. The guy's like, yeah, we have PS5s. You want one? I'm like, yeah, why not? Just bring it out for me. So, long story short, I got a little tight about it. For you to buy a PS5 at a GameStop, you have to be enrolled in a $15 plan. Okay, you got to join their service or some bullshit. And it's not about the $15. That's not what I'm saying here at all, guys. It's the principle. Like, I have to pay to buy what I want when I have the money to buy it. It's just kind of wild to me. So I'm in the space. I'm like, all right. So do you guys have games or whatever? God of War and Event Horizon, I think Dawn. And he was like, yeah, we have both of them, but you still have to enroll. It's $15 for the 6 months or a year, whatever it may be. And I'm like, so I got to pay you to buy what I want with my money. Got tight about it. I was in there for a little bit. I'm like, you sure? Or I'm like, are they just kind of trying to pull one over me or whatever it may be? The guy's like, no, it's for everyone. And I didn't ask any further. So, and then I went back to the car. And I told Anna, oh, yeah, they have it, but I didn't buy it. She was like, why not? Which we were arguing in the car for about 20 minutes. She was like, just buy it. It's $15. And I'm like, it's not the $15. It's the principle. It's not the $15. It's the principle. I don't want to pay to buy what I want. She's like, buy it. If you don't know, I've been trying to buy it for the past 2 years for you, and I almost bought one for $1,000. I'm like, if you spent $1,000 on this thing, I'd be tight. It's the principle. It's not the money. It's like, if it's worth $600, that's the cost. You buying it at like an upmark is crazy. So after we debate for like half an hour in the car, I went back inside. By the time I'm debating, like 3 people walked out with 3 PS5s. So, okay, I caved in, went in, I paid the $15 and I bought it. But it was just like really annoying, you know what I mean? It's like I have to pay to buy it. But after, talking to the guy a little bit more, he was like, the reason why they're doing that, so people are not like coming in, buying all their stock. Because once you enroll into the plan, the $15 or whatever, I didn't really care what it was really, man. I just enrolled on it, so I don't really know too much of the details. Once you enroll into it, you can only get one PS5. So I can't go back in there and get like 6 of them. and then resell them at $1,000. I mean, after listening to the guy, granted he's right, but I still feel like a little weird that I had to pay for it. But yeah, so the reason why they do that, so people can't buy all their inventory, just one guy walk in there and buy like everything and then sell it later elsewhere for like $1,000. So yeah, that's the deal, man. Totally got it. And I know Anna's been going crazy, just going online looking for games to buy. I'm like, nah, don't buy anything really, because it's the holiday season with the stream, with work, and trying to get as much writing in and really practicing. I don't know how much playtime I will have, but again, I'll try to get on as much as possible. Hopefully, I want to do like a room that we can all join in and play, man, and talk bikes and whatever. Maybe there is a MotoGP game we could all log in online and play. That'd be kind of dope too. That'd be a fun thing to do. I mean, we're all kind of somewhat into somewhat similar things anyway. So that'd be kind of cool. So keep that in mind. So maybe we could pick like either Saturday or sometime when everyone's free. We could do like video chat and pick like a game that everyone could play and stuff like that. That'd be kind of fun. You know what I mean? That'd be kind of cool. Let's see what else is coming on. But yeah, that's my PS5 story. Might play Astrobot. That game showcased the cool features of DualSense. Oh, that's that. Okay, I know the game you're talking about. It's like a demo that's included. Yeah, I've been reading about that. PS5 here and PS4 in storage. Yeah, I'm going to keep that too, man. Let's see what else we got here. There are things that we argue about. Yeah, we argue about motorcycles, not selling them. We argue about video games, maybe. So here's the thing too, guys. I tend to be cheap when it comes to myself because I don't like to, for some reason, I've mentioned this before in the stream, like I tend to not like spending on me, but you know, gifting someone else is different, which I'll more than likely go out of my way, but on myself, I just feel like it's not worth as much. I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing. Mike sounds like he's hard-headed. Just a tad bit. I'm like that also, so I get it. Yeah, I could be a little bit hard-headed regarding it. The thing is, it's just the principle. I feel like I'm getting taken advantage of. It's almost like you're going to go out and buy a bike. You know, some of the extra stuff they try to charge you for, you know it's not fair. It's like, what does that, you know, it's the same sensation. And I was ready to walk away from it. And the thing that got me is the fact that Anna was like, if I can't find it, because Anna's the kind of person, she'll buy it at an upmark just to kind of have it by the holidays or have it for her birthday or something like that. And I'd be like, my heart would be like, oh, you paid $1,000 for it kind of thing, you know. So that would kind of bother me. So, again, same thing. Thank you, sweetie. You guys know the deal, man. I always got to have tea when I'm doing the stream. Yeah, I'm a tea guy. Yeah, so what? I have coffee too in the morning, but I'm more of a tea kind of guy. Gran Turismo 7 is the biggest game on that console. Wait, Gran Turismo's out already? Damn, I've been low key like gone from it for a bit. I know Modern Warfare is live, but I think most people are playing on PCs, so I would totally get Modern Warfare. And I'm not great at it, but hey, I'm more than willing to like josh around with all you guys and like get my ass murdered and crack jokes and stuff. Why not? It's the whole aspect of us just playing, so I'm good with that too. Yeah, but that's my PlayStation story, man. But so here's the thing that I saw that, you know, in the middle of talking about all this, I was watching this short. I don't know, was it like a YouTube short or was it a reel? I think it was a YouTube short. I tend to spend more time on YouTube because I feel like YouTube is my home kind of thing. When I'm on Instagram, it's more like time waster for me kind of thing. Not that I'm saying it is. I know people are doing well on Instagram, so that's not what I'm saying here at all. So the clip that I saw about probably like a minute. So a guy had a $25,000 motorcycle, which is why I have that on the thumbnail. And I was kind of struggling. Do you need all this power? Do you need all this expensive motorcycle? Even including myself, like the Street Fighter, the Hyper, the Monster, the KLX. That's a lot of buck out, okay? And the video was basically, hey man, I have this really expensive motorcycle. It was a Aprilia RSV4 Superbike. It was a $25,000 motorcycle. And the guy actually made content as well. He's not a huge content creator, but I watch everyone, whether they be big or small. And he was explaining that his next door neighbor was selling a old CBR 600 for about $2,000. And the comparison was, do you have more fun with a $2,000 bike than a $25,000 motorcycle or $30,000 motorcycle? To the point that he's selling the Aprilia RSV4. This guy had an R1 before. He's had a Pettingiali V4S. And again, what was happening here, I think a lot of his content was a lot of his motorcycles were being purchased for YouTube per se. They were being purchased just for YouTube, trying to get YouTube clout. By the way, we're currently up to 12 people tuned in. You guys better hit that thumbs up, okay? Not playing, no joke. Hit that thumbs up. Helps a lot. There we go. We're hitting that. We're moving up. So I thought it was a very, very interesting question about, do you have $25,000 to $30,000 worth of fun having a bike that's premium? And I think we're all kind of somewhat spoiled, even to the degree of me talking about the PS4. I have a huge library of games on the PS4 I enjoy immensely, and I always go back and enjoy them. And you guys, I've mentioned to you guys before, I do like action adventure and stuff. So some of those things you go back to collect trophies, unlock things, or going through it, or do a speed run. So there's still ways of me still enjoying what I have. I'm still connected online with other people. But there's this thing about the newness, having the latest thing kind of thing. Same thing with the PS5 or whatever. I think that's almost wearing off a little bit, you know, at least for me. And I thought it was super interesting that he was mentioning that there is no real difference riding a CBR 600, and an Aprilia RSV4 or whatever fancy motorcycle that you spent $25,000 to $30,000 on. The level of fun that you're gonna have in the canyons or jumping on the highway, riding streets, going to like a meet with friends, it's slim. I mean, I want to hear your thoughts, really. By the way, you know what? I know A is actually on the stream, and I think she could do a poll. I'd like to see the poll, what you guys do. You know what? I'll do it on my end. I'll totally do that poll. I want to hear what's your thoughts on here regarding the sentiment to either the level of fun. I do think there's a level of newness to buying a brand new bike, something that's really hot, something that's really cool, that it reinvigorates the passion for riding or getting on the bike again. And that's not a feeling that's forever, you know what I mean? Because, of course, what happens is once the bike starts getting old, next year there's a new bike, what happens then, right? I mean, you can't keep, well, some people could keep rinse and repeating, but in most cases, someone buys a bike for a good, 3 years, 3 to 5 years, or maybe 3 to 6 years, and then they kind of either upgrade. In a lot of cases, people damage the bike out until they, have some kind of rough day, and then get a new bike. So I think that's a very interesting thing. But I don't believe that you would have more fun on a newer bike, on a more expensive bike with all the gadgets and everything else. I think it's a very cool thing to get the newest thing. But the level of fun, me personally, my personal opinion, whether you have like a small bike, a 600, a 2008, I think you're going to enjoy it the same. I think what tends to happen personally between me and seeing other people you ride, it's almost like, so let's say you pull up and you're riding with a couple of friends, right? Your first friend grabs the hottest BMW 2023 with the winglets, blah, blah, blah. And of course, that little inclination on the inside is like, damn, man, that's cool, man. It's exciting. Because I think us riders, what tends to happen, I'm going to generalize this. I think this happens a lot with guys. Personally, I can speak on that level. I am a guy. When you see your friend that you're cool with, you're very proud. Oh, man, you just bought this bike. Oh, this is really cool. He's showing you the features. Sit on it, man, and, hear the engine or whatever, rev it, or take it down the block. I think most guys are, like, excited for you, and then it starts thinking, like, damn, man, I probably should get that one bike that I want to, man. And then your second buddy grabs a new bike or swap his bike or whatever, and it just cascades like a domino effect. I think I've seen that happens often, whether it's like a year apart, 6 months apart, or maybe next season the friend kind of swap his older bike for the newer one. So I think I see that happens a lot. So, but I don't think that changed the level of fun when you're on the road. I think when guys are chopping it up, shooting the shit or whatever, I think a lot of that stuff kind of goes away, and I think everyone tends to find value, whether you have an older bike or a newer bike, and so on, because I think for us, we tend to like bikes for different aspects, right? It's just my thoughts, really. So that I'm like, I think that'd be a dope thing to kind of pull up, and I'd love to hear people's thoughts and opinion about it, at least from you guys, to see what do you think about the new bike. And I don't, like I said, personally, I do not think it improves the level of you enjoying riding or enjoying the motorcycle experience by getting a new bike. I think it's a new wave, in my personal opinion, where people are getting the latest things and showing this. I think this is more inspired with some of the YouTubers. But in a lot of cases, YouTubers are buying the latest thing really because of clicks. Staying current or getting the latest thing, you're gonna rock a lot of clicks, and sometimes it works for a lot of people, but not for all. Let's see what I got here. Mine's a little harder. Sorry, I'm just kind of pulling back here. I lost place in terms of the biggest console game here. Oh my God, Bud Tussinel. Am I saying his name right? Bud Tussinel. I think so. I'm still riding, or is it too cold? I'm not riding any of my main bikes at the moment, but the KLX, yes, I'm riding that. That's going to be my vlogging bike for the winter. Like, even if it's a little cold out, I could ride it and go right back home. There's a Starbucks not far from me. I could pull up in there and stuff like that. And see all the white women sitting there with their cups. And at least go right back home. Also, I could continue practice doing wheelies and stuff through the winter. I'm hoping for next year I'm like completely clean and ready to go and just rocking the Hyper as my wheelie motorcycle at that point. I might get rid of the KLX at that point and get a full-on supermoto. Or I would keep the KLX and get a supermoto. One of the two. Yeah. I'm still riding. I got heated gloves and socks. That's the futuristic Viper. Yeah, man. This is my small bike I'm riding, really. Not, actually, you know what? I do have to ride. There's 2 rides that I have to complete. The resuming. Miso, hey. Be good. Whenever there's cats that pass in our yard or something like that, she can tell. It's so weird. Even if we're inside, she can tell. Oh, she hears. Like, her hearing is way better than ours. So, what was I saying? But this one's still wearing that heated gloves. Sorry, I totally lost track of what I was saying. Dang, what was I saying? I just completely lost track. There's a lot going on. My head is like chaos right now. Yeah, I mean, like I was saying, I want to continue practicing my wheelies and be at least good for now. And then at least when the season's up, I should be like, hopefully my goal is to be fluent in wheeling the Hyper at that point. So that's the goal. And yes, I still have to do a few rides left, but that's more for work. It's not for pleasantry or whatever. You guys know I installed the Rizoma stealth mirrors in the Street Fighter, so I'm kind of keeping an eye out for like a rogue, really nice day, something that's in the 50s or something like that. I'm okay with 50s, it's not bad. Even 40s, not so bad, but I always felt like I'd feel like a complete idiot if I were to dump any of my nice bikes on it. I know it's not peak season. You're not supposed to be riding like, I'll take my nicest bike and like go out and like do something stupid. I'm like, really? You rode the whole summer, you did all kind of crazy numbers or whatever, and then you dumped it because you slid on salt or cold tires. That stuff would just like eat me up inside. So I try completely trying to avoid it. But yeah, I'm waiting for a rogue nice day. I'm just gonna be like, yo, I'm not coming to work or whatever. I'm just not gonna show up. I am going to do like a ride review on the Rizoma Stealth mirrors. That's going to go on their motivation channel, of course. But yeah, so I'm going to do that. Also, I'm going to do a walk around video. By the way, this is a song. You know what I mean? You know, I'm going to do this also. I want to know what you guys think of this idea. Hopefully, people don't get don't get offended when we do have these times where we're doing Q&As or we're just talking or having a conversation. I'd love to do a segment of critique of channels. Critique of channels. Even mine, I'd like to do. Maybe I'll start by doing my own channel, and I think that'd be kind of cool. Just harsh critique, just just have fun with people's channels or whatever. And I think in the same space, help make changes. Because for example, I watch anybody that's watching the stream, whatever. I might not comment on everything. I watch you guys. I watch Sasong's last 2 videos, top 5 he didn't hate, disliked about his BMW, top 5 he liked about his BMW, and then he did a review. Obviously, he's encountering a lot of issues with just the rain in Florida, or whatever it may be, and he has the bike and he's talking about it and stuff like that. Fine, but again, I think there could have been a lot of more exciting ways of him doing those videos. You know, we're gonna harsh ass critique Sasong right now. That's kind of crazy. Anyway, by the way, you know what? Put a 1 in the live chat if we're gonna do it. Sorry, Sasong, you're the first victim. I apologize. Nah, but it's all love though. All love. Why not? Let's see if anybody wants me to do that. That's gonna be kind of cool. I would even like to actually bring somebody on to critique my channel too, so I could take the shit. I'll eat my shit sandwich and learn from it as well. Is Sasong even here? Yeah, he was here earlier. He might still be on though. Well then I'll just take a look at the messages. Aprilia RS660. Oh, that would be a nice bike to buy too, like a small bike like that. I thought of that too. By the way, you know, I almost bought that bike. You know who hit me up? I was telling Ebo, I'm looking for a super bike, but I really want like a 1000cc bike. And he was like, you should buy the Aprilia RS660, man. Go out and buy the bike. I know you got the money, man. Go out and buy the bike and just let me know when you bring it home. That's how he talks to me. So he doesn't sound like that, by the way. But my problem was this bike was for clicks. I don't like to buy bikes for clicks. I will have a bike for click, and I'm going to have a bike in rotation for clicks. But I just don't want to do that yet. I want to do what I want to do for myself first. That guy Kells, what's up? Be nice. Mike, would you be interested in trying out an Arch bike? You know what? Man, so that's a great question. And that's a good conversation also. I have a lot to share regarding that whole Arch thing. I think Arch motorcycles is very interesting. I think it's cool for multiple reasons. One, I'm a Keanu fan. I think he's a cool guy. He's been out here in New York a lot. He rides the train with regular people. Very like normal kind of guy. So I'll set off that. Very, very cool guy. His bikes are very expensive. They're like $100,000. Which I understand why they are. It's for the super elite of the elite, okay? If I was in that spot and I had all that money, I had a marketing team, I have a brand, I have my movie brand or whatever, and then I have the Arch motorcycle as the brand, I would take a page out of Elon Musk's book, okay? If you notice what he did at first, his Tesla Roadster was a Lotus. It was an elite car, very expensive for the rich, right? That car was the catalyst for the next step in Tesla, right? They started doing I don't know all the model off the top of my head. Tesla's not my favorite car, as you guys could see. I like the technology of it. I just don't like the designs. They're just like, for me. But they were his catalyst. So he did the something 80. I think there was a Model 80, some of the bigger one. They did plaid version of that. That car was cheaper, right? That became the catalyst for the Model Y, right? A little bit cheaper. And that becomes the catalyst for the Model is it S or X? I don't know. There's a lot of them. So basically, he's going from super expensive, having the rich support, right? Using that money, flip that money, make a lesser model. Now he's making entry model, and then he has the cheapest one now, which is almost like the Ford Focus of that lineup, or maybe more the average car. I think it's like 30,000. So he's using that tactic to become mainstream. That's why Teslas are so popular. Now, if you have 30 grand, if you don't want auto drive or whatever, that's bringing up to like 45, you can buy a Tesla. A lot of people can buy now. You don't need 100 grand to do it. So to say what I'm saying here is that if Arch were to do that, right, the very expensive bike start going down and start making it a mainstream, there should be a 30 grand model, a 20 grand model, because it will never be a mainstream motorcycle at that price point, 100 grand, like until every single person gets to their point. And I'm not talking about normal wealth. Well, not even wealth. Normal job making six figures. If you're making six figures, you can't even afford this motorcycle. It's 100 grand. You don't make 100 grand and buy something else 100 grand. That's wild. That's wild stupid. That means you're making at least $900,000 after taxes. That's when you could actually buy that comfortably, or almost $1 million yearly. That's when you could buy a $120,000 thing that's comfortable without having to worry about it. How about the maintenance, or something happens, and it's a small production, so it's going to cost you a lot more. You have to go somewhere specific that except to do the work on it. So we're talking about that. But it would be cool to ride one. I feel like a lot of them are very cruiser-ish, and I'm not a very big cruiser kind of guy. There's one model that they've had that looks very, very good. Let me just pull that up. That way I'm not just talking. Let's take a quick look here. Oops, sorry. Arch motorcycles. They do have a model that's really cool. That I thought, ooh, look at that. Yeah, I think that's the model that I thought that was really, really cool. By the way, that one it's not foot pegs forward. It's my kind of style, very monsterish. The design looks good. I'm not 100% sold on that exhauster with that little whoop. I don't like that. Design-wise, I think it looks amazing. This one. The other ones are very they're like very cruiser. Let's take a look. That music is definitely not me. Hold on, we gotta lower that down, bro. That's loud. But I could see myself on that bike. That bike is cool, dude. This one is really cool. That's like Monster. That's like the Monster. That's like your Street Triple, Speed Triple. What else? I think they're all 1,000cc motorcycles. Definitely a very cool bike. Let's take a. You know what? Might as well while we're here. Let's see some of these good old entry price point here, boys. About I don't know which model's which, so we're just gonna jump on here and see what comes up. Yeah, very talented, that guy that's working with him on this project. See, that I don't like that one right there. That's like very Monster-esque little hat, which I didn't like on the Monster neither. This is not me hating. I didn't like on my Monster. It has a windscreen. It looks like a little hat. I used to call it mon petit chapeau. In French, it's called my little hat, which I hated. I never put mine on. I took it off. The foot forward position for me, it's never been a thing on any bike. This is the New York City foot forward position. This was the model they were marketing a lot, and that's not that's not for me at all. I like the riding position where your foot is basically right under you, kind of very more sporty like. But yeah, I mean, that would be dope to ride that though. But I mean, making something like that mainstream would be really, really cool, where other people can enjoy it. I think when something is like very exclusive like this, which is fine, I guess you can have stuff for the elite. But for example, you have BMW, you have Ducati, you have a lot of brands that have big things like MV Agusta. They have some really pricey bikes, right? You know, you have the Superleggera, that's $100 grand, 120,000, I think, with taxes and all that stuff. Don't ask me how I know. I don't know why I was pricing that out as if I was going to do that. But they do have classes, you know. Let's say you don't have a lot, you're in college or whatever, you want to do yourself a scrambler. You can do a scrambler, it's like 10 grand. You want to start moving up the ranks, you want to get like a hyper, that's 18 to 20,000. You want to do, you know what I mean? They have categories that fit, and that's how most companies survive. That's how most companies make a lot of money and able to maintain. Another good example, Porsche. Porsche is a truck manufacturer, not a sports car manufacturer. Most of their money comes from their Jeeps that they sell, right? Same thing with Ducati, right? I'm always using Ducati because, again, I'm a bit of a fanboy of shares. I kind of stay in the know. By the way, rumor is that Ducati is owned by Lamborghini now. I gotta look into that. I didn't get a chance. I saw it lightly recently, and I'm like, oh my god, really? I didn't know that. That was Volkswagen. Unless Volkswagen is owned by, I think Volkswagen, Toyota, Lexus, Lambo. I think they might be under the same umbrella, which Ducati is as well. I think that might have been what they're referring to. But Ducati stayed alive for over a decade selling monsters, not because they were selling Panigales. Now, the Scrambler, a lot of people are not a big fan of that bike. I'm not a big fan of it. That bike is selling a gang boatload. You know what I mean? I mean, granted, their $30,000, $35,000 bikes are selling well now because they're winning a lot of championships and all that stuff. But the bulk of their money is Scrambler, Monster. That's where they're, you know, that's what's feeding the MotoGP stuff. That's what's feeding the super bikes. So that's the name of the game. That's what I think about the whole Arch motorcycles, and that's how Harley outside. Yeah, I think they would have, in order to make it mainstream. Also, there's a possibility that they don't want it to be mainstream. So who knows? But just a thought, and I knew I was going to derail hard on that because whenever it's a thought-provoking question, I tend to go off. Let's see what we got here. I don't have a car, so I ride all year round. Okay. Only time I don't ride is when there's snow out. Shout out to you, sir. I mean, I get it if you don't have a car, but that's a lot, man. I find it very difficult to be in an uncomfortable position, because for me, riding is like for fun. Like, the weather feels good, you know, it's like getting food, you know, the ride. It's like a full circle. Like, whenever I go riding, I always go out to a nice restaurant. I feel like it's always like part of it. It's like getting some really good food, really good riding. It's like closing the night, and then the weather's nice. By the time I'm on my way home, the hot day is kind of settling down. It's like cooler weather or whatever. I would even drive past the beach going back when I do the long route just to kind of get the feel of the ocean and stuff. So it's a little bit more of an experience. I mean, I guess does that make me more of a weekend rider or weekend warrior, whatever they call it, more casual? I don't know, man. Maybe I am. I don't really care if it is, man. But you know, that's how I enjoy mine, and I'm good with that. And I would have the same experience with Anna, just kind of chilling or whatever. So let's see. Oh, people were hitting ones. Okay, sorry. I'll get to it. Okay, good. Let me see. Your modifications aren't popping up for some reason. I got a thumbs up anyway. All right, cool. Oh, my notifications. Modifications. I'm sorry. I'm thinking a lot. Oh my God, my reading is fundamental, people. Your notifications aren't popping up for some reason. Got a thumbs up anyway. So here's what's happening. Again, this is a little bit for people that's doing YouTube and stuff like that. If you haven't been on for a very long time, you disappeared, your channel went dormant, until it's proven to YouTube that you're officially back and you're uploading frequently, YouTube is not letting people know you're on yet. So some people might get notifications, some people might not. Again, this is why I always say hit the thumbs up, because those things are going to say, hey, this person is active. People like what he's doing, so let's promote it. So that's why I'm always like, hit my thumbs up. So that's one of the reasons. So heads up in case you guys are unaware of that as well. Future Survivor, did you name your dog after an anime character? No, her name is Miso, as in miso soup. We are big foodies in my house, and we always name our pets after food or delicacies or something weird like that. Cha-chong. Sup, peoples? Alright, so we got a bunch of ones here on the live chat about the critique. I don't know if you guys want to do a segment like that. I thought it would be really dope, and I thought it would be kind of fun, or maybe funny, or we could make fun of each other, or fun of each other. Hopefully people don't get butthurt. I always think of quirky ideas like this, and I always like, maybe you shouldn't do it, people might get offended. But watching people's channels, and I'm like, oh, you know, this is what I know, this is what I would not do, this is what I would change. And there's this thing about YouTube, I feel like people are very secretive about what they know, and I'm not saying it's everybody, but even myself felt that way, like, oh, I know I did this, I'm going to do that. If I tell people, maybe I'm going to lose out. That was early on, that was years ago. And I feel very different about that now. Whatever information I have, whatever that I could share with people, if it's going to help someone else, man, let it be. If you blow up past me, let it be. Hopefully my good karma spins back around and I get some of that, or at least I get some blowback from like, oh yeah, this happened, he told me this, and I get some. Who knows? It is what it is, man. I'm done with the selfish crap and whatever I can do, whatever. Yeah, so yeah, there's a couple of ones. So let's pull up South Zone channel here, man. Why not? Let's get it. I'll just do it on probably one of his videos or whatever. And I spot things like this all the time, by the way. Let's see here. And I'm always like, I wouldn't do this, I would do this, I would do that, and yeah, I think it's gonna be kind of cool to do this. Hopefully nobody takes this bad or in a negative way or whatever. But I was thinking of like finding clever ways to help either the people that watch the channel or at least do like a little get together. I was even thinking of doing like a sub stream, like a small stream just amongst like maybe 5 people. It's like we all just jump on if you have a channel and just kind of like bounce ideas or whatever, or bounce concept or ways to kind of bounce. I don't know, man. Listen, to be honest, I'm pretty like much like always thinking of ideas or ways of kind of getting things out. And I'm like, the more people we kind of jump on something, the more people we kind of give an opportunity or whatever, maybe my chance will come out or your chance will come out. Who knows? We don't know who's the next man, the next person up. So here we go. This is Song's channel. Right now he's currently at 1,080 or 1,800. I think 1,080. I might be wrong. So yeah. And this is what I love about the fact that we do the stream. By the way, his stream would come up and people would get an opportunity to kind of get to know who he is and stuff like that, and thumbnails and all that stuff. So let's jump into this page real quick. So I personally like the banner. Banner's dope. Banner's pretty much cool. No problem there. He got it organized. Oh man, I'm up here in my top. Oh, that's cool. Thank you, sir. That's really, really dope. He has mad lit up here also in fast lane. That's cool. That's cool. That is cool. And okay, so it's definitely organized really, really good. Just to kind of reference here, by the way, guys, let me just kind of preference this. I'm gonna preference this. And I don't want anybody don't get butthurt. Don't say anything wild crazy to me. Don't be like, I'm not watching the stream anymore, blah, 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 because this fucking guy says this, or whatever. The goal here is just to kind of bust chops here or whatever, even on my channel or whatever it may be, on anyone's channel. And the goal is to kind of walk away from something that can probably help. All right. So I'm just going to do a cross-reference and choose my words wisely when I speak about people. I don't want anybody to take it personal, so I am going to do a second tab here. And I want to have a, hopefully there's, oh shit, look at that clip that right there. A friend of mine sent me a joke, but I'm not going to point that out. People probably even see it. That's on YouTube. Did I have anything embarrassing on that page? Right, I just pulled up. Probably not. Let's do here. Who do I have that's really good here? Let's use Eve. Eve's a good reference point here. All right. Space. All right. Very, very clean, right? And Sasong is very clean as well. Organized. He breaks it down. Very easy to find. Tops are easy to find there also. And I'm using Eve because Eve's like a cross because he's pretty successful. By the way, nothing personal. Whenever you kind of offsetting, you kind of compare. I always compare with top people because that's the whole goal, right? The goal is to kind of get there to be just like that too and at least get to that point. So I'm not going to compare it to someone small, even including myself. So let's put that back here. All right, you can see this page is very, very clean, very organized, but clear difference here. Super clear difference, okay? Yearly, Eve changes his structure, okay? It gets very vivid, okay? When we go back to Sasong, even though it is organized, okay? His thumbnails are not as hard. And that's where you're losing a lot of views. And that's where I lose views too. I struggle with thumbnails, so we both falls into that same category. But if you look, lots of colors, things are popping out. He's using, for his text, very big, bold colors. You can see. In some of them, you don't like the logos like this is not going to work. This looks like a little bit of a collage. I wouldn't do that. The collages don't tend to work. And the good thing is you could revamp those. You're not stuck with these thumbnails. You could always just keep changing, even from what we're talking about right here. It's very bold, big titles. I'm not a big fan of the all caps. Right? I like regular titles. I don't think that impacts YouTube. It used to. The reason why people did bold, all caps, that used to be something that impacted. That changed on YouTube. It's not a thing anymore. You could do regular. But you can see a theme, very big yellow colors. You can see, he's glowing around the bikes, glowing around himself. And again, you can see the theme. And if you watch some of these good, like the big channels, showing yourself became a thing. Like if someone see you, they're more likely to click on you. If you watch Netflix, on the Netflix page for like a movie, they show you the star and then like a little clip of what's happening. So it's a similar thing. But when you go to Sasong's page, it's very collage-like. And those are a little bit more difficult to read, and you might lose views on those. That's just the name of the game. So, but that was just a quick critique about that. But I want to jump on his video. He did his video here. This is a 6-minute video, which I really like. Okay, so for starters, I'm just gonna call it how it is. 25 seconds, of all this, that was just straight garbage. Okay, 25 seconds. So just remember this one thing. And again, this is not meant to be malicious or nothing like that. I want to help. And I learned this as well. It took me a little bit for me to learn this for myself, and I'll show you this. Give me a second. I'm just going to jump on my channel real quick. So I could cross-reference those. You could see some of what I learned on here. So here's one of my videos. Let's take a quick look at that real quick. You can see mine's pretty much theme base. My streams are theme base. This is a mistake that should be corrected. Theme base, my logo on the side. But this is one of my videos, short, but look at the difference of me starting.
Mountain Dew.
I'm trying to skip this. There you go. This is my video.
That was nasty.
So, huge difference there, okay? I don't know if you guys kind of caught that. So, if you're tuned in for a motorcycle video, okay, you're tuned in to watch bike. Most people like watching bikes going fast, cutting traffic, or whatever, or lanes, whatever it is that you're doing. Very exciting. That took a whole 16 seconds. Either you're excited about seeing a Street Fighter going 100 miles an hour, or not. The chances of you watching my 5 minutes is pretty high. 25 minutes was just and I get it. It's very, it's like a movie. Dead that. You know when that's gonna work for you? When you've made it 100,000 or whatever, people are gonna sit and watch any of the stuff. I'm gonna show you another one of mine, which I thought that was a pretty good intro. Also, I think I've done a couple. Here's one that I think I really did a good job on.
Clutchfirstny.
So that's
Careful. Oh shit, he's got carbon wheels on there.
Okay. So I don't know if you guys caught at least the difference here. I don't know if you guys caught just the small difference here. And again, I'm keep it very short. This is only 20 seconds. You got like super speed on there. You got a burnout. So for example, let's say if you were doing like a collage of your full video 6 minute. The most exciting things in your video in your 6 minute, you're gonna shrimp. You're gonna cut that down to 5 seconds. Whether it's a wheelie that's on there your friend did, there was a burnout that was on there that your friend did, there was 100 mile an hour that you did. You need to fit that in 5 seconds. That's it. 20 seconds of everything else. I used to do this whole thing in the beginning, and I wasted a lot of time. I would show you guys a shitty intro that I did also a couple of years ago. It was like almost a minute of me talking or whatever. But let's go back to Sasong's video, and I'll kind of point this out.
Hopefully all you guys are doing amazingly great, and welcome back to the channel. Now, I wanted to talk about this motorcycle once again. The last video I did, I talked about things I didn't like about this bike, and this time around, I want to talk about some of the things I do like about this bike, and why you should consider buying one of these. It's got a lot of amazing features and a lot of great things, and let's just go and start the countdown with number 1, comfort. This bike is hella comfortable. Let me just say, for a sports bike, you know that these bikes are not the most comfortable, especially if you're doing long rides and long trips. This bike is absolutely incredibly.
Okay, so the concept is good, right? Not a problem. Again, I'll change the thumbnail a little bit. That's fine. So the intro was very long, which didn't give us any information. So now we're a minute in. So the people that's going to watch you for a minute in is going to be me. It's going to be Solo Rider. It's going to be Falou. The people that want to show you love and support, we're going to watch it. Anybody that don't know you, they would have clicked out your video instantly after the 25 seconds of just the intro thing. How I would do it, on your video, you got a dope bike, your bike is fast. You got a dope bike, your bike is fast, you have custom fairings on there, you got an exhaust on there. My intro for your video would be, here are the 5, just like that. Here are the 5 things I love about this bike. Boom. That's your intro, not 25 seconds. And then right when you say that, you just show the bike. Cut. and then all of those other things, I would negate those. All those are fluff. They're considered fluff. Fluff kills time. The only time you have those on there is a filler of space. And some people would watch fillers. Most people will not watch fillers. You have 15 seconds to impress someone to continue watching your channel. That's it. And then that impression, if it doesn't work, you lost a subscriber. You lost someone that might never come back to your channel again. And that's the whole point of me saying, hey, the intro of the video, because they won't get to see everything else. They won't see the fact that you have monster fairing on there. You have an acropolis exhaust. Comfort seats are very good. Cruise control is really dope on the bike. Oh, you could even start like this. Top 5 things I love about my S1000RR. Cruise control. Ducatis don't even have cruise control, and they cost way more. See that? Oh shit, he just dissed Ducati, and he's talking about the BMW top 5. If somebody's already watching BMW S1000RR video, they're already a fan of it. You just made a little bit of controversy between like Ducati is 30,000, no cruise control, no hand grip warmers. Oh shit, I want to watch this, right? You see a quick difference, super different. But that here's just a small critique of this video. But outside of that, the information that's in the video is very good. But to get to it, it takes a while. I'm gonna continue playing it. You'll see how long you get until. And the weird thing is, often when we do this, I did this. I'm guilty of all of this, by the way. How long it takes you to get to the actual information that everyone came in to see. So we're already a minute in, and you're still not into the information.
I don't know if it's the way the seat is, but that tank, it's just, you're sitting more in the bike than on top of it. I'm not sure if any of you guys have ever sat on like a different sports bike. For example, an R1, maybe a Ducati, Kawasaki ZX-10. But those bikes, for the most part, they're more, for the newer ones, I would say, they are not as comfortable as this bike. Number 2 is cruise control. Let me just tell you, some people think, oh, cruise control. No, cruise control is not dumb, to be honest.
See, the information you're giving, I think it's dope. Cruise control is dope. I think the seating position, everything that you're giving, cut any. I struggle with this so hard in the beginning. I used to put everything in my videos, and then I started cutting everything. Like the key here, like basically the cheat sheet is. Always think about it this way. I ain't shit. Nobody knows me yet. So you're trying to garner people to say, oh my God, I gotta go check out this other video. Until you get to the part where people know who you are, want to watch it, then you can do all the extras. Here's what I like. Yo, number 2. You know, a little humor, a little thing right in between. You know, you're doing it very subtle, which is fine. Because the reason why I said humor. Let's say, for example, first thing, cruise control. I really like that on the thing, and you speak Spanish. Número 1. Like, and it's not really to be animated or anything like that. You want to use it as a breaking point, okay? When we're watching your video, okay,
especially if you're doing long trips.
When we're watching this video, the information is fine that you're giving in it. You're floating on the bike, right? You're floating, you're showing the bike. If you cut this video, you go, número 1. That's what I don't like, right? Ba 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 ba, boom. And then you do another cut, dos. All you're doing, you're cutting the attention span. Let's say somebody's watching it. Right there is just floating only, right? If the person's not into you, right, they're not like really wanting to show love. Like I said, we know you, I watch the videos, everybody watch the videos, and we're going to hit thumbs up. Right? You want to it's called a trigger point, right? You're cutting out. Number 1, right? Numero 2. Every time you do that, you cut it. Also, when you drop in the information about the bike, try to do it in increments of a minute. Right now, we're how long are we in the video? I'm sorry, 1 second. 2 minutes and 35 in the video, right? This video shouldn't be any longer than 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Look at your analytics. You'll see. Later on, you can do a longer form version of it. 3 minutes and 5 seconds. That intro should be, 10 seconds max. And then you cut. So by the time the person's getting a little bit bored, número dos. That's like a cut to you doing that. It's like snapping their attention back. You snapping their attention back. You have five chance to snap their attention as you telling them the bullet points. That's it. So quick intro, right? Keep it like 5-10 seconds. This is like even a gym. I've had Eve do this to me as well. That was privately, but because I was like, I want feedback. It's just like that, and I'm doing the same thing for you. It's not being like an asshole. I much rather see people that I care about succeed, and if I know something, I'll tell you. Straight to the point intro, real quick. Use your counting point as a breaker, like a attention reset. Number 1, blah blah blah. You're gonna like this. You go by this bite. Number 2, boom, attention reset. I think this is the best feature. That's why I spent this money. Number 3, you're resetting the attention. When you're floating like this for a very long period of time, a good little trick that you could do, you're watching the video, right? And you want to know, do this. You see how I didn't say any word and I mute your sound? How it was just hovering? There is no attention reset. And remember, people that watch YouTube, their attention is very short. The attention span is very quick. So you want to reset. Let's say if you're going too long on something, you reset. Snap the attention back. So my personal request for you for this video, I think that'd be kind of cool. Take the same video, redo this video this week, and do it the way that I was just explaining, and put it back out, redo the thumbnail. Leave that one up and redo it. Same thing. Just redo it. And then change the title to maybe do total trash. Just put total trash. BMW S1000RR. That's it. And then you can do 5 things. That's it. Try that. Just on this video only, and then do it. So now let's go back to Eve's video here. One of his videos. I think is good to kind of use him as an example. Again, always watch people that's doing things better than you, so you can learn from them. It doesn't matter who they are. I just want to show you one video here. I thought that was what was the last one he wrote? This one I thought that was good. Fast bikes. So let's do this one, guys. I'm going to do this video here. And just study. All we're doing is just studying what he did right and see if we could replicate it.
Dion, hand it over.
I'll skip this. I don't want to waste time.
Make you feel
Like a part of me is missing.
Both bikes are super clean. Well, hey everybody, it's your good buddy 650 here.
Did you guys catch that? Did you guys just catch that? Did you guys just tell me you didn't just watch that and you were like, yeah, I want to see what happened. You saw that, right? Did you just catch that? Now, ask yourself, did you get the same feeling when we just watched Tasson? And again, this is not a shot at you. This is, I guess, harsh critique, whatever it is, dude. But just, do you see the difference? Hopefully people could see this. This is like solid gems. Nobody talks about this. Nobody tells anybody about none of this stuff here. People actually go and pay people to do this, to review and help them do this, believe it or not. This is a sub-market on YouTube. But I'm just going to run that back. And by the way, look at Eve's time frame. 13 seconds. 13 seconds. He had me excited, and I'm sure you guys probably watched this, and you got 13 seconds. 13 seconds. That's all it said. Look, I'm just going to run that back.
Both bikes are super clean. Well, hey everybody, it's your good buddy 650.
Okay. What did we just learn from that 13 seconds? There's wheelies in there. There's an Aprilia RS-V4 in there. There's a moment that a wheelie might have always went wrong, and also he showed you the bikes that you're going to see in the video. 13 seconds. And that's how some of the greats do it. Also, what you can do, you can see this running theme on all of the greats. This is not just the me thing. This is not just the Eve thing. This is a common pattern on all the greats. And these guys are, hitting the millions, or they're moving real fast. So, we're just gonna leave that there. And if you guys want to continue doing like stuff like this, I think that'll be kind of cool. There's way more to share, by the way. Like I said, what I think will be kind of dope. Go back, cut that video, do that 5 things I like or the 5 things I hate, whichever one. I'd probably say do the 5 things I hate or whatever, because hates tend to, be more popular when we're talking about YouTube. People tend to be quicker to, oh my God, he hates it or something like that. So they're more likely to like that and at least click on that. And that's that. So let me just kind of scroll down. I'm sure people might have been writing here or some shit like that, or say something crazy or something like that. And I'll go back up. Oh, Eve's here. All right. We've been kind of dissecting your channel, man, a little bit in comparison to other people that's on to come up, or even including myself. So let me just go back up here, see hopefully you can kind of see. What else I said here? Dang, man, there's a lot that came up in that time frame. Arch bike, electric bike, and just gonna scroll down past that. Cool. I just saw that clip. Not bad. Also, not my style. Let me see here. Deep one. Let's see. I saw someone wrote here since I was talking about him. Let's see. Starbucks for the win. Okay. Not sure if you were aware, but video and audio has been on low resolution the entire stream. I check all my devices and it's definitely on your end. I think so too, man. I saw that. It's showing that my connection is just good, and I didn't want to stop the stream or at least reset it. Saying connection is good. Usually it's excellent, but it's saying good, and I didn't want to kind of throw it off just by messing with it. I didn't get a chance. Usually I reboot everything, like my server, blah, 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 my connection. I do a speed test, but since I was running late today, I just kind of dove exactly into it, and I didn't get to run the in test. By the way, you should always do that whenever you do the stream. So I left it. Let me see. Hold up, Mike. Porsche and Trucksy. Don't think I ever seen Porsche truck. Not a truck. I mean an SUV, dude. That's what I meant. I mean a Porsche SUV. They're more of an SUV company. That's what I was referring to. I didn't literally mean a truck. This channel audits. Let's see here. Jack in the Box mentioned here. Yeah, I struggle with the thumbnails too. I struggle with thumbnails as well, man. I've been thinking at some point I should probably just pay somebody to do thumbnails for me. I think that might be more beneficial. That's one thing I've been considering, because I feel like, actually I should say feel, I would say with the stuff that I've learned over the years, I think I've managed to compile a decent video within 6 minutes, or maybe 7 minutes, sometimes 10, but I try to stay in the 6-minute range. That's what works best for my analytics, but I still struggle with the thumbnails. I just think I'm just taking on way too much, and by the time I get to the creative aspect to kind of create a thumbnail, which sometimes I nail them, sometimes I don't, I struggle with that. So yeah, me too. So I saw mentioned here, this is great information. I'm taking notes for sure. Yeah, man, I mean, like I said, no malicious intent. I think it's kind of cool kind of sharing this if it's something people are interested in. I think that would be kind of cool to do it. I'd love to bring someone else to do it to my channel, because sometimes it's super difficult to see outside of yourself in so many cases. It takes a lot to be good, and being able to see outside of yourself and say, oh, this is flop, this is a waste of time, this is a minute in and nothing's happened. That stuff takes a lot, and once you get it, and one of the things that plagued my channel, both my wife and I work on it. I would go out and ride, I would shoot, and I would cut, right? And And you guys know the deal. Your significant other loves what you do, and you love what you do. So she was like, "Nah, leave that in. It's cool. That's kind of funny." That's funny to us because, that's my wife. Or she thinks it's cool because she gets it. She gets the context, right? To people that's watching it and that's never seen me before, it was like, "What the hell? This is a waste of time." Putting your gloves on when you're when you're doing your gas or doing your gas and blah blah blah, all that stuff, garbage. Yeah, don't do it unless you're a big shot already and you're already big, or you're fast lane would fit in that category now. He could do that, could kill time on those. Kay could do it, Eve could do it. All the big boys could do stuff like that, and because people are anticipating, they already love them, so they're it's not a problem. But somebody like you and I, or nobody, don't waste your opportunity. Don't waste that time. But I would love to see that video redone, and then let's see what happens. He's only mentioned, has anyone ever resell an Arch motorcycle, or was it too customized to the owner when building it? Well, the whole bike is just like a build itself. I don't think if you're gonna resell an Arch motorcycle, the value is gonna hold up because there's not a lot of them. Okay, and also the brand and the name that's behind it is a big name, so there's really, it's not going to be a loss. If you buy that bike, it's probably going to be an investment in my opinion. It's going to be a collector because it's connected to Keanu Reeves' name. So people are going to feel like the value is going to be bigger. You know what I mean? So, too little Twinsy. Yeah, I feel like thumbnails are difficult. Yeah, see, I'm not the only one that struggle with this, dude. I'm telling you, they are hard, man. They are. One thing that I've been doing a lot for thumbnails, outside of looking at some of the greats, seeing what they're doing, I put on Amazon Prime, I put on Netflix, see what they're doing, because it's the same theory, right? When we go to watch Netflix, sometimes we don't see the preview and then we see the thumbnail. You know what I mean? If you recognize the person, for example, like if you see a thumbnail of a movie on Netflix with Keanu Reeves, right? Oh shit, Matrix, Arch motorcycles, blah blah blah, John Wick. You instantly click it, not even because the movie's gonna be good. You didn't see the preview, but since you know his face, same theory here. If you go to an Eve video, oh, I know Eve. He has all the dope bikes. He has the current bikes. You don't need to know what the video is about. For him, you see him and you know his track record, right? And then you can see the bike there. It's like it's a perfect storm, man. It's crazy, and I think his thumbnail kind of got to that level. In the beginning, if he was doing his face and the bikes, it probably wouldn't have worked. But now where he's at, I think that works perfect. Again, I keep using him as an example, but what else we have here? Chachong Dermy, valid point to help Sasong Moto. I saw a real estate person put a home for sale sign in the ground at an intersection. It was almost impossible to read. Bad letters and background. Sorry, there's something here that's blocking. There's like a thing that says preview. I can't see the very bottom here. Background choices. Yeah, it's similar things. You'll see, for example, you could even see the change. For example, you can look at Falu, right? He's been on the stream as well, and Sasong's cool with him. In the beginning, he had kind of lower views. He changed his thumbnails where he shows himself with his glasses, I guess, that work. He had these really big, cool glasses on, standing next to his bike or whatever. And his views started rocketing to like 1,000 to 2,000. I've noticed it. You could see the patterns changing a little bit. Anna B mentioned here, of course, you only have 10 to 15 seconds to capture the audience. Yep. After that, they're out. This is some really good information. Taking notes also. There is a lot more. It's not all about the filthy views. Eve is mentioning it's not all about the views. Absolutely not. This is a process, guys. Again, some of the stuff that we're talking about here, it's not just about views and everything else. So a lot of this, some of it takes years. I mean, for example, I've been doing it for years now. Some of this information that I've gathered, this is from years. Us sharing it here. You probably just got a cheat sheet for 2 years off your YouTube, trying to figure some of this crap out. So, but it's all good, man. No problem here. What's my sound? Oh shit. I totally forgot. I know what's happening with my sound. Oh my god, dude. What am I doing? Let me see. Give me a second here. So I run a It's not a filter. There we go. Damn, oh my God. I hate being. Oh, Jesus. I'm quiet because I just had a moment that's like screw me moment. So I have all these preset macros when I sit down to do the stream. Launch my computer, launch the. You guys are probably saying my audio sounds perfect now, right? Sounds perfect, yeah. So, and the weird thing is my audio was hot, and I've been looking at it. My audio has been hot the entire time, but I'm more concerned of just going with the conversation. And that, damn, oh, Jesus, I hate when stuff like that happens. This is one of those things that really bother me. I run macros. So when I sit down, I have a list of macros that pulls up. So for example, I'll just kind of show you guys this. Yeah, I took it off. So this is my stream deck. There's macros on here. I launch all the macros. So for example, macro launch the stream, macro launch the intro, macro launch, for example, being able to see the comments on the screen. So because all of those things, by the way, they all require like multiple steps. For example, I would have to have an engineer to do all of them. So I guess it's a quick little thing here. We're all over today, man. Jesus Christ, I'm like crazy. I would have an engineer for me to do the stream the way I'm doing. I need an engineer to do it. So the way that I managed to figure out, or at least found a solution, I bought all the equipment. I create macros when I'm not either working or when I'm not doing videos, or not whenever. This is why I say I'm like either busy or I'm doing other things, like I didn't even open the PlayStation. I create all these macros that launch my light, that launch my multiple screens or whatever. So just so you guys can finally somewhat see here. See, you guys see this here? This is you're on the screen here. This is me watching audio levels. This is me watching the recording, watching all of those, reading all the comments. So I have a huge screen and I'm doing all this extra stuff. Not paying attention that my audio is hot. There's a macro that I run that auto level my voice, prevent my mic from going too loud, not being blown out. Also, my voice sound warmer, right? Earlier you heard my voice sound a little bit scratchy or whatever it may be. That's because my mic, as you guys could see, my boom mic is down here, up here. It was being blown out, and the computer wasn't manually gating my voice, amplifying it where it needs to, controlling my S's. Like I said, man, it is so much that I'm doing at the same time. Every now and then stuff like this happens, I forget something like that. Also, I'm monitoring, make sure the light's not too bright on me, it's not blown out. So that last macro, I usually do it on a laptop. It's my command R, and then it basically does everything. Gate me, everything else, whoever's going to be on as what it is, when I have a guest, I run those very quickly. So my audio's fixed their audio, and we're leveled. And when I was starting late, and I didn't run it. That's why my audio sounded, oh, Jesus Christ. It's such a dumb move. All right, it's all good. It's not the end of the world. Oh, stupid. Whatever. That small things like this really piss me off because you guys have no idea. I go in like great lengths to make sure that it's perfect all the time, or at least it works perfect, or it looks good. And stuff like this is going to bother me pretty much for the rest of the night, whether it's here. Josh from Jeremy, damn, for real, I'm taking notes. Song. That's good for 6 years. Hi, mate. It's so dumb, man. I don't know how to make a mistake like that. Whatever. Let me see. And we have Ducati pilots in the building also. Absolutely get straight to the point within 15 seconds. 15 seconds is a long shot, by the way. You want to do this, 12, 13 seconds in. One of them. I wish Panigale had cruise control. And again, what else? And there is so much more that could be said here. We're just more like on the light. Again, if you guys want to kind of do this, where we do a segment where we kind of do it, I would love to bring somebody else that's super seasoned and that knows way more than me, and have him tear down my channel hardcore, and do the very same thing. Because I feel like if, For example, if I had like that really tough love, tough like critique like this in the beginning, that would have saved me years and understanding, themes, waves, and splashing the puddle, where to follow, where to go for the time being. That would have saved me years, and I didn't. So, maybe that's one thing. So, but I would really like to see that, and I would think that would be kind of cool, like little homework, like, go back and redo this video and let's see how it does or whatever it may be. And I think 100% that pre-made theme you got in the beginning, dip out on it ASAP. Go out there, do some small clips of your bike if you don't want to continuously. And when you get fast at it, you don't need to do like a template, right? You would be able to cut one out of your video really quickly. I was also thinking doing maybe a Patreon. Maybe we could do those on Patreon or something like that. Because I never did a Patreon because I didn't know what kind of value that could bring. Because I don't want to be like, hey, do a Patreon where you put money into it, and I'm just doing videos like what I do. But I think this is something that could be valuable as an exchange, information or critique or going over videos. We could do it only as a live stream or something like that, or a private live stream. I think that might be cool also. If you guys think that's a good idea, that'll be kind of cool too. Whatever it is, because I think that's different doing something like that where we're all cool here, and I could, trash talk or whatever, and nobody's gonna take it personal. But if you do it with like someone like one-on-one or whatever, or like just three of us, like, bouncing ideas on a Patreon live stream just for like 3, that could be cool too. Those are all concepts. Also, it helps sustain my channel because my channel is not huge, and at some point you still want to try to sustain what you're doing. So, possible ideas and concept. Yeah, cruise control. I've never really been a fan of cruise control, but I think as I start writing as I get older, I think cruise control might be something that's kind of crucial to me. But everyone kind of do mention that. Creators need to get over the fact that they need to chop. Yeah. I struggle with that chop because everything I thought I did, I used to cut. Like I ride with like 3 GoPros, cutting the city, cutting myself, cutting my buddies with me and stuff like that. Some of it was fluff, some of it was good. And I'm able to spot that a lot faster now. B-rolls are extremely important too. Changing scenes are key to keep viewer awake and in tune. Hence why I was saying, since it was a 5 things I dislike, you could use the counting point as a shock moment, or to disrupt, to get back the attention. So as I mentioned here, I got it. So something more dramatic to get the attention span back in. Yeah, that's the thing. Do you find when you're editing that you forget this from time to time? No. So here's what's going to happen. You're going to get so good at it that you will know really quickly what's going on. So for example, the way I'm able to do my motivation videos, right? And these are paid projects, so you have to be very efficient. You have to be on point. You got to be quick. When I do my video, it's different. When I'm doing a motivation video, I get the product. First thing I get the product, I do an unboxing, right? Most people would do. Again, this would be something that we could do like on a session too, like we could talk about. First doing it, most people that does these kind of videos, they do an unbox video, right? And then they probably finish the unbox, and then they cut their video. And then you progress, you get a little bit better. You do like unbox, and then you do B-rolls, right, or whatever it is, or you do cinematic, right, and then you progress. Maybe a year down the line, oh, unbox is cool, cinematic is cool, and a year down the line, you're like, oh, it's pretty cool. So, quick super cheat sheet here, super quick cheat sheet. I basically get most of my products, right, for the month or whatever. I decide I'm going to choose a day where I'm just going to work. I'm going to be in the garage, in the studio. I do all my unboxing, right? Organize, notate everything down. This is this, unbox done. And then I drill down further. In my unbox, I do the unbox, and I drill down further. And then I do the removing packaging out, right? And I drill down further. And then I do the highlight, which is basically You might see me talking or whatever it may be, and it's like, oh yeah, this is me. They just sent me the Rizoma stealth mirrors, really dope video, really dope mirror or whatever. So in that space where I'm saying that, you're seeing cuts of the unbox, you're seeing cuts of the highlight, you're seeing the parts where I'm just like listening to music on the back end. I'm just taking it out and holding it and really having the light hit it, and it looks like it's one sequence. We're talking about a sequence of multiple clips just to make it look really good. Of course, because you have to remember those shots are for you to get enticed and see the best part for you to buy. So within the first 15 seconds, you're seeing a lot of those things, right? Another cheat sheet that's pretty cool too. For example, if you're doing installs, which I love doing, I think they're really dope. Even seasoned people I don't see do this. For example, Ebe, right? He does the Ebe, Campisi, Chase. They do installs. They do Wreck by Graybills or a build series, right? With all the years of me doing it, getting used to it, I remember shooting these videos. I used to make mistakes all the time. I would dismantle my radiator and oil cooler guard off and realize, oh my God, I forgot to press record, and I put everything back and redid it for the camera. So, quick cheat sheet. When I'm doing install now, right? For example, the latest one I did, carbon fiber headlight on the Street Fighter. I did all my screws before I recorded. Okay, I already did all my plan. I did all my screws, right? And I left it preemptively lightly tightened. And then when I hit record, bang, 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 everything is off. Each cut, I hit a controller, and I know the sound. It makes the record stop record. But the best thing is when I edit fast forward. I don't watch it and edit. I edit fast forward, whether it's a motovlog, whether it's an install. So I'm watching it times 4 speed. I know what I'm saying. I could hear it. It's you talking, so you know what you're saying. And let's say if I record a clip that's 2 minutes, right? The first the first minute is probably me figuring out, me saying whatever. I go to the end and reverse fast forward. Reverse 4 times speed. So I know the tail ends when I got it done 2 seconds in. So I'm cutting in reverse and dumping. And then I do a clean cut in the bottom. It gets a little complicated, but I'm just saying I'm able to spend the day doing the install. By the time of night I install, I spend more time organizing my files than actually cutting. The cut's quick because of the flow and you got used to it. Me organizing and getting all the names takes so long because sometimes I would have like 500 gigs of footage or something like that. And I keep all the files because, again, a paid project, so technically Motivation owns all those files or whatever. I either send them a drive or whatever it may be. Keep them all their original in case later on they want to use it the way they want to use. That's okay. But yeah, it's really fast. The cutting is quickly. Organizing all the files is what takes me a long time. I usually do that on my laptop, either when I'm going to bed or if I'm watching anime. I'm like kind of organizing it, like install, unbox, cinematic, B-rolls, complete shots, something like that. Because what happens is once you import it in, if everything is named right, all I can do is like, taking out screw, and it's gonna populate so fast. I'll be able to find it. Carbon fiber highlight, it'll just find it so fast, and I can just cut. It takes like a couple of seconds because you get used to it. But yes, then again, people might say, oh, you're doing it fast, you get paid money for it, but they're paying for that experience because if you take someone that's not seasoned, it could take them 3 days, 4 days, a week for them to do this. And again, it could take multiple people, granted, right, to do that one test. But that's just a quick thing of it. So if you guys want to do these kind of things where we kind of talk or at least share this information, like I said, I could do a Patreon, and we could do it like 1-to-1. All right. These are all great points, Mike. All right, cool. That's by Ducati Pilot. So here, that's a great idea. Total Trash BMW. I like this. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna wrap up soon. Great gems. Yeah, there's a lot more gems that could be there. Also, another thing that could be taught that's really crucial. Also, if you guys are kind of starting out or whatever, do 3 takes, right? Any of you guys could do this. Get on your bike and then do your talk, do your motovlog, and then ramp up your volume by 3 decibels or whatever. For example, you could do 5 things I hate about my 5 things I hate about my BMW S1000, right? Or you could do here's 5 things I hate about my Ducati, blah blah blah. I'm just throwing ideas here. And then you can do one that's really lit. Here's 5 things I hate about my Ducati. And then watch those. You'll see the difference. And you'll see where the volume lands, where it doesn't look crazy, and where it sounds right. And I think there's like, Sasong's is just there. He's almost there, where it sounds a little exciting and not too crazy. Let's see, Sasong. Yeah, thank you for the advice, Mike. I highly appreciate the pointers. Yeah, man, I really hope I was not being a douchebag or being an asshole and just being kind of funny. But yeah, man, I really think that's going to help a lot. Every single time I watch one of the videos and I'm watching it with Anna and I'm like either having breakfast or I'm watching after dinner or whatever, I'm like, damn, you got to cut this. Should I tell him? You should cut this and just remove this out. And so here it is tonight. I said it was a great performance to go by. Let me see it. Make the thumbnail before you make the video. Old YouTube trick, make it way easier. Yeah, because you could spend the time. You could spend the time being creative. Because I find creative fatigue by the time I'm done taking the bike apart, working on it, shooting it, organizing it, editing it down, uploading it. By the time you have the tail end of it, man, another great trick. Maybe do the thumbnail and the title first. I've been doing that too a lot. So this is a little all over the place, so I apologize, but just dropping a lot of information here. Now we have echo mic. Yeah. I took it off. I ran the second macro to the intro, which is kind of dumb. If you guys want me to redo this stream too, I could redo it because I just realized that one thing. Echo's down. Yeah, I took it off. Too bad. It was echoey. Yeah. I fixed it. I'm behind here on the Texas. That's why. See it. Perfect. Went away. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I stopped it. So yeah, man, it's pretty exhausted sometimes. That's why I miss some of the stuff here. As always, I am late to this. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Yeah, man. Thank you. I think today was a little bit of an interesting one, man. I think there's a lot of really cool things, and funny thing is, you know what I was thinking about? I'm just gonna share this. I'm just sharing all my thoughts. I'm just being super candid here. I was like, you know what? I think that might be dope over dinner and stuff like that. I was like, I'm like, maybe I should do like a small little group, just like pick 5 people where we can always swap ideas, like filter my videos through you, bounce back and forth and see. Because realistically, what I'm doing right now, I mean, granted, it sounds like I'm giving a lot of information. Yes, I am giving a lot of information. I'm also looking for ways to actually help propel my channel as well. Because there's so many ideas that I have that you guys might not have, and there's so many ideas that you might have that I might not have. Who knows? Maybe some exchange of information. I might bump into because my whole thing for season for 2023 is like, I gotta find the hook for my channel. I remember even at some point I was talking either with my wife and I spoke with Eve also, like, I want to do this idea. This is like, I'm just throwing ideas now. People could probably take it, which is fine. Who gives a shit? Somebody steal my ideas. I was like, what could make my channel different? Maybe I could ride through New York City and my channel would be mainly focused, me on a Ducati, and going on movie scenes out of New York City. Like, for example, New Jack City was shot near my junior high school. Like, I could ride my Ducati there. This is the scene from New Jack City. That's what happened. I was like, this could be a hook for my channel. Let's say, for example, what's that other movie? There's a lot of movies that shot downtown in Manhattan in the financial district. I remember that movie with Robert De Niro where he was the devil. Like those scenes, like cut them into my video. It's like, yo, we're currently in New York. Let me show you this scene. This is where they did the Food Network episode or whatever. So that was one of my ideas. I'm like, yo, maybe this might be one of my concepts. So, and I go through this every season looking for the hook that's gonna make, it's not gonna be road racing. It's not my thing. I think I'm pretty comfortable with vlogging, but I think there's still a hook missing. What's your hook? What is the hook? What is my hook? So, I go through those all the time trying to find that gem. What else did I do? I remember I was like going to do a New Jack City episode. And again, the idea might have been brilliant, but I don't know if I could have executed it properly or something like that. Then I would have to find movies. For example, ideally it would somewhat work because me putting a title of a successful movie into my title, into me visiting the spot of where it was shot, that could increase views, that could increase engagement or whatever. Again, these are some of the ideas. What else? I've just ran through a lot. Your YouTube is just crazy, man. Trying to find yourself, trying to find your own little niche is like crazy, Maybe writing through parts where they filmed the movie Belly. Again, all of those, that's the same concept, because all these areas could be found very easily, and I'm in the city where a lot of them were shot. And I'm like, yeah, I could probably do those. And but then I started thinking, I gotta look for the movie clips. I gotta make sure I rock in that area. And then, it's just one of those things. And I feel like my channel would become very scripted, and it's just a lot. Let's see what else we got here. Mike, hope to see you at COTA in April. Ducati Tampa Bay will be there in full force. Yes, I will be at MotoGP for 2023, sir. So I'll definitely see you there. Very, very excited to actually be there. Hopefully I'll have a Ducati to do the Ducati ride at COTA that time. Because that time I didn't ride a Ducati there. We were the Triumph, so that would be kind of cool. But what else? There was so many other ideas and concepts, man. It's like just to find that one thing that makes you stand out. Because there's so many talent. There's so many people that's so good at this, and that's doing it. And the thing is, once you find that small little hook, all you have to do is rinse and repeat it. Once you rinse and repeat it, man, that is it. You're in. You're in. So I guess that is it, man. We're rocking for 2 hours tonight, almost 2 hours. Shit, I didn't even take a sip of my tea, man. It's warm. It's not even hot anymore, but it's all good. Always like myself good tea. Yeah, man. If you guys feel comfortable with some of the stuff that I spoke about, and you want to do that moment of tear down, I don't see why not, man. I think I have some valid information that could help other people. And, yeah, I don't see why not, man. Anything else you guys want to throw up before I go? I'm going to probably have an early morning tomorrow. And most likely I'll take a few days off anyway to hang out, so I'll make sure that thing. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. That's Anna. That's what Anna sounds like. Damn, man, you know what's annoying to me? It's going to bother me all night. The fact that I didn't run the thing to make my voice sounds properly, and that's why I didn't. I should have totally saw that. And I'm looking at it. I'm like, yo, why is my levels look so hot? And I'm like, wait a minute. And then it snapped, too. All good. Tua Twanzy, great podcast and a lot of great information. Everyone have a blessed night. Stay blessed, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. Always appreciate it. By the way, you guys will be getting your merch right before the holidays. We're shipping everything out Tuesday morning. Everyone that won the contest for the t-shirt, Solo Rider got some package coming out of my way, Sasong and stuff like that. All of you guys, I know my wife probably hit you up on Instagram asking for your information. Everything will be shipped this Tuesday. If you guys want tracking numbers, you could always, that's going to be a lot to keep up with, right? That's gonna be Anna's job anyway, so it's not my plate. We'll keep an eye out with the tracking, but everything will be shipped out this Tuesday. Again, thank you everyone that always come through and hang out with me. I know sometimes it's just like me joshing around. I try to bring value. I try to at least have something important to say, or at least try to share some information. I'm just as hungry to make something out of what I'm doing as well as you guys. I'm not talking about on the level of sponsorship or doing business with motivation. That stuff is pretty golden. I'm okay with that. I'm happy with it. I want this to be something, and I know it's going to be something cool, and I think it's going to be something beneficial to other people as well. So thank you all. Really appreciate it. I know you guys don't have to spend your Sunday nights on here with me, and again, really appreciate everyone coming through. Sasong, I'm expecting to see that video this week, man. Please, I'd love to see you do it, and I'd love to see you do it in that manner, and come back and be like, yo, you were wrong or you were right. And if I was right, just know that was out of love, and do the same thing in the next video that you do, in the next video that you do, and cut down 20-minute videos. That doesn't have to be 20-minute. They should be half. They should be 8 minutes. If you want to make it longer, cut the video. If you have 20 minutes of footage, do 3 videos out of it. Just make it where it's going to be enticing. It's going to capture really quickly, and get to the point. We'll do one more clip here, mine as well. One more example. I get like that, and I really love doing this. I love doing YouTube. I love understanding things and learning. So to me, like figuring things like this out, man, really cool to me. I'm just gonna pull something else here that I think that's kind of dope. That let me see who else is lit that we can play real quick. That got the theory. They got the theme. They do it very well. Give me a second. Lots of Actually, you know what? I'm just finding it here. It doesn't even have to be. Oh, you know what? Let's play one of the greats. We're gonna close it up with one of the greats, one of my favorite YouTubers. Very inspirational to me, and I really love this dude. One of these days, I'm gonna meet him. He's out in New Jersey, New York. So let's play him. He's not even a motorcycle content creator, but I think you guys should see this.
Exactly.
And just pay attention to people that's great, that's amazing, that's successful, and see what they do. Look at this, guys. This is Marcus Brownlee, MKBHD. Most of you guys will know who he is. Amazing content creator. I strive to be somewhat like that.
Here, coming at you from
he did it different.
Studio. We're back.
We're not gonna play that. This is his like normal videos. Okay, that's him. That's just like a talk. But let's play this one. By the way, see here.
Oh yeah, nice iPad Pro. Oh yeah. This is the new one too. Oh, neat. I heard about that. What does the new one do? Well, it's got it's more of the same.
Now, did you guys catch that? Right? So, let's look at the time frame. So, this is a guy. This is a guy, right? Super successful, right? He has 16 million subscribers. Okay, he's earned to have longer than 12 seconds, 15 seconds, right? Sasong has 1,000 subscribers. He was like almost 30 seconds in. But what you just watched, he just gave you a ton of information within 25 seconds. He's talking about the new iPad, right? Within that time frame, he gave you a little bit of entertainment, right? You could see him splitting himself up, great production value, and you could tell us about the iPad. Both he's holding it twice, and mainly it's not that different. So that's controversial. So of course you instantly want to watch it. You'll see the same thing too here. Let's pull up another video. see if I can find another one that's really dope here. So let's see here. Let's do this one.
24/7. Let's talk about this Google Pixel Watch. So the first.
You see that? That was for everybody else who's watching. Oh, Sasong, right? What's his time frame? 10 seconds. 10 seconds. He took 10 seconds to tell you exactly what it's going to be about, and he made it entertaining and he made it fun very fast. 16 million.
24/7. Let's talk about this Google Pixel Watch.
I'm telling you, this dude is a genius with doing this stuff, and he does it fast, he does it quick, and he does it well. Do another one. Let's do Insta360. No. Let's do Insta360. Let's see him there.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds, owner of Mint Mobile. With a holiday offer I think that you're going to like. When you switch to Mint...
This video is sponsored by Insta360. So, this tiny camera has basically one great trick that makes it the most versatile camera that I've ever used. So, there's been action cameras and 360 cameras for a while now. I've tried some on and off for a few years, but Insta360 asked the sponsor to look at their latest, highest quality, most fully featured version yet. This is the X3, and I'm really glad I did. So, here's how it works. This camera body has two 1/2-inch high-resolution...
Now, so here's something cool, right? I don't know. What did you guys pick up from that? The intro was a little different. Time was a little bit different. But if you noticed, watch it, right? Let's see time. Time, 30 seconds, okay? Count how many times did he shock within the 30 seconds. Remember what I was telling Sasong earlier? 1, 2, 3, like using that as a chop. You see how many times he cut in 30 seconds of that Insta360? It is a paid video, so he has to kind of do it a certain way. But look, how many times? Logo.
This video is sponsored by Insta360.
Cut,
so,
right?
Tiny
First cut.
Has basically one great trick that makes it the most versatile camera that I've ever used. So there's been action cameras and 360 cameras for a while now. I've tried some on and off for a few years, but Insta360 asked the sponsor to look at their latest, highest quality, most fully featured version yet. This is the X3.
And a zoom, right? He's not staying on anything way too long to get boring, or to get bored, or to get sucky. That was the kind of point he had this one here. Guys, watch people that's better than you and sponge that shit up, dude. These guys, this dude is a legend, man. Yeah. Anyway, that was it, man. It's just I like talking about stuff like this, and I get a little crazy when it comes to stuff like that because I'm super analytical and a little nuts, man. Trust me, it has to be. Mike's too busy. If he don't do it, it'll be next season, boys. Catch him in the beginning. Sasong, Moto. I do it every vid. Yes, sir. Guys, thank you all so much for tuning in. I really, really appreciate. My apologies for the video, for the audio in the beginning. Something that I totally missed. I apologize. It'll be way better next Sunday. Oops, sorry, I burped. I apologize. It'll be way better. Thank you all for tuning in. Hopefully, all of you guys have a great night. Again, thank you. Always appreciate you watching this next time. Thumbs up, share with people, let them know what we do here, send them my way. This is going to be my year 2023, man. Let's get it. Have a good night, everybody. Peace.